It is a cool morning on the scenic Brooklyn banks of the East River. Brooklyn Bridge over my shoulder. Walking along here on Pier 1. In this video, you're going to see the filming locations from the 1983 Eddie Murphy and Dan Aykroyd comedy hit, Trading Places. Now, if this is your first time here or not, and you have yet to subscribe, you're going to want to do that, and you're also going to want to hit the bell. This way you get the notifications for when I make an upload, because I don't post every day. I don't even post every week. And if you appreciate this kind of content, you're going to most likely miss an upload here and there. Again, if this is something you appreciate, something you enjoy, you're probably going to want to go ahead and do that. So now, without further ado,
Merry Christmas!
So right here would have been the residence of one Louis Winthorpe III. 2014 Delancey Place here in Philadelphia. Very picturesque tree-lined street. Where he would have stood right outside his vehicle awaiting Coleman to open the door for him. This was definitely a guy in need of a valuable lesson. $1 worth. $1. Right there was the Duke and Duke building, which in fact, in reality, is the Wells Fargo Building, right here on Broad Street in the heart of Philadelphia. This great hall here was actually filmed inside the Wells Fargo building. Conveniently, it was under construction and the building manager was not available for an escort. It is also the same location for the Christmas party scene at the end of the movie. But in comes movie magic right on cue, because the Old Fish and office scenes with plush mahogany were actually filmed at the Park Avenue Armory in New York City. The Curtis Institute of Music here on Locust Street, where the sign would have been for the Heritage Club. So Don Amici would have started banging him over the head with the newspaper.
We can make it, baby! Me and you!
Here at Rittenhouse Square, the Philadelphia famous Rittenhouse Square. And right here is where Eddie Murphy would have came rolling up as those two officers approached him.
Who's that? Who's that? What you want?
Those trees are still there.
I can't believe it. Ah, you're beautiful. Listen, I can't thank you first.
All right, you guys.
It was perfect because I had a backpack for her, but this is like, at least with the drive-by curve right on like the full seat.
What's happening? What's happening? Really, I appreciate it. Y'all, okay now. I'm all right. Look at this. I can walk. I don't know what to say. I'll be all right. Take it easy. Y'all beautiful, both of y'all. The two of you.
That beautiful dumpster right out in front. Perfect timing for that. Of course. But yeah, right here.
How you doing?
And the police vehicle would have pulled up right here on Mozart Place. Awesome. Now this was what stood in as the Heritage Club. The exterior of the Heritage Club, because the interior shots were done back at the New York Chamber of Commerce building in Manhattan. So this movie at times intentionally goes back and forth between New York City and Philadelphia, but then again, sometimes it does not. Movie magic plays a role as well, and we'll get to that later on. So as Billy Ray tries to give him back his case, that would have been right here. Roughly the shot would have been something like that. Give or take. As the unsuspecting Winthorpe would have come right around that corner.
Now, when it comes to the Heritage Club interior, it consists of two different locations. This one here, the Chamber of Commerce building, and the former headquarters for the New York Chamber of Commerce. The building was constructed in 1901, but it was established back in 1768, making it the oldest, and the Park Avenue Armory was used once again for the sitting room. Also, if you are wondering about the Duke Mansion seen in the beginning of the film, I can confirm without a doubt that is the Millneck Manor, located in Millneck, New York, out in Long Island. There are currently no tours available.
Stealing from your friends at the club, Lewis? Heroin, Lewis? You've lost your mind. Mother wants me to call off.
But he only came to a stop with Penelope right here, who at the time was his fiancée, but that would not last. Fate had much different plans for Louis Winthorpe III. But yeah, the setup would have basically sealed the deal right here on these steps. Jamie Lee Curtis would have been waiting in the wings right here to do her part in what she was put up to do. Let's see. Probably not going to be able to get that exact shot, that exact angle, but she would have been standing right here in this curved out section right here.
Call off the wedding, and so does Todd.
And she would have gestured to Clarence Beeks, who would have been standing right there. On that center divider.
Todd? What does Todd have to do with it?
How could the man I loved, whose children I wanted to have...
Listen, Penelope, I swear to you, on my honor, with Almighty God as my witness, I am not an angel dust dealer.
Louis, who's this person?
Don't say it, Louis. Come on, baby.
Rusting creep! Todd was right about you. I never want to see you again as long as I live!
See what a mistake all this was.
Yes.
Coleman, could you please let me in? I'm having trouble with my key.
Who are you? What do you want?
I just hope someone here is
Coleman, just unchain the door and let me in. I'm in no mood for jokes.
If you don't go away, I shall be forced to call the police.
Wait a minute. What am I supposed to live on? I mean, what's going to happen to me?
Roger.
Okay, so unfortunately there's some construction happening right here as well. First it was the dumpster outside the Heritage Club. Then of course there's some construction going on at the bank, the Duke and Duke building. And of course now, there you have it. I knew I should have done Rocky. Oh boy. Yeah, so it's going to prevent the exact shot here. But you get the idea, the giant clothespin statue here. It's Center Square, a staple of Philadelphia.
Got enough problems, Louis.
City Hall, limited by this construction once again. She would have gotten in the cab right here. So this is where not only Lewis was locked up, but Billy Ray as well. And this is right where the transition would have took place. And he would have came walking right out of these doors right here, where he would have made a suggestion to an officer as he was exiting the building. And the Duke brothers would have pulled up right here. Alrighty, on to the next one.
I'm gonna get to the bottom of this. This has been a great, great mistake.
Birthplace of the country right here. Independence Hall. Where Billy Ray and Lewis run into each other.
Hey, that look just like the dude that had me busted.
Sir?
Right there, the dude right over there.
That's my car! Coleman! Coleman, that's my car!
That's my car!
Man, what am I supposed to do in here? What they want from me?
I'm sure they'll tell you, sir.
Just be yourself, sir. Whatever happens, they can't take that away from you.
So they would have cheated the angle a little bit. Just to get a better backdrop.
They were nice enough to let me in, but no photography is allowed inside. And I could say with 100% certainty that this is the location where this scene was filmed. It looks identical to how it looked in the movie.
This right here was the location, 2794 Broadway in New York City. This is where the bar once stood, which is now some type of restaurant. Not exactly sure what that says up there. But yeah, right here.
The man knows how to make an entrance, that's for sure. There is an interesting dimension layered into these back-to-back scenes, and that is both characters attempting to go back to their roots. However, for the exact opposite reasons. And while it appears Billy Ray is being successful, both Billy Ray and Winthorpe ultimately fail in doing so. This movie's awesome.
Yeah. Again, another situation where New York City was doubling for Philadelphia. They filmed an equal amount of scenes in New York City as they did Philadelphia, whether inside or outside, so interesting stuff. Yeah. Coleman would have been standing right there in front of the car. He would have gave the nod to Billy Ray's friends. Would have exited the Duke and Duke building, doing his best Santa Claus impersonation. Oh boy. Right about here is where Dan Aykroyd would have been standing, right on that sidewalk there, where the dog decided to have a pit stop. Right here, 223 Avenue B in Manhattan. Nowhere near Philadelphia. Well, about 2 hours or so away. But yeah, for whatever reason, whether it's a matter of convenience or whatever, I mean, they filmed an equal amount in New York City as they did in Philadelphia. So it could have been for a number of reasons that they chose this spot for this scene, but in any case, yep, this is the spot right here. Pretty cool. So right here is where Clarence Beeks politely asked the lady waiting for the payphone to go find another. Back in the day, there was a payphone on every corner, especially around these airports. I like the look of the first shot more, but this one here is definitely more accurate. Church Street is now half the size it was before 9/11. As you see the angles of the building, the street would have had to have been running through this direction. Again, everything has been transformed a little bit, which means the cars would have pulled up right here.
Change. Always go for the throat. Buy low, sell high. Fear, that's the other guy's problem.
North Tower pool is located right there. Now the memorial pools here at the September 11th Memorial Museum only take up about 70 or so % of the footprint left behind by both buildings. A lot of things have changed here, of course, since September 11th. Yeah, the pools are made up of black granite to symbolize death. And the water falls into a squared out hole in the center of the pool, symbolizing the hole in our hearts that will never heal. And the recirculated water is to symbolize our endless tears. Now right over here is the South Tower. Very sad. note. Now, Eddie Murphy and Dan Aykroyd were supposed to work together again a year later in Ghostbusters, but Murphy was offered the role of Axel Foley in Beverly Hills Cop, and as they say, the rest is history. Right here is where one of the last scenes in the movie was filmed, where we learn of the fate of one Clarence Beaks.
Okay, one male gorilla.
Hey, wait a minute. There's two of them in that cage.
One gorilla, two gorillas. Big deal. It's a big scientific experiment. What do I know? Anyway, take a look. They're in love.
Looking good, Billy Ray!
Feeling good, Louis.
I understand Croy. Yes, I understand Croy.